Robin.
Fucking Australia is washing away.
Yeah.
Have you seen these floods?
Huge floods.
Can I?
Huge Aussie.
Where's the water coming from?
I know.
It's not coming from the ocean, right?
No, it's like raining.
But where the fuck is the water coming from? Because
the rain.
But these floods are taking complete parking lots away.
Big flash floods.
But
Big flash floods from the rain.
Do they have other water?
Yeah, there's like rivers and stuff. I forget what river it is, but something is like they've never seen it flood the way it's been flooded.
See, I just realized I just don't know much about Australia. I really don't. No, most people don't, and they like it that way.
Toilets flush the other way.
They do?
No.
And I know most of...
That's a myth.
I know most of Australia...
Really?
What?
Pretty sure that's a myth.
No, it's not
That's
a myth.
busted.
No, it's not a myth.
That water spins. No, because then what would happen right on the equator? Does water just fall down the toilet?
Yes.
On the equator?
Yes.
Look, I remember Mr. Wizard showing me this, and it definitely spun the other way.
I absolutely think water goes down a certain way in the toilet because the jets in the toilet make the water go down in that direction.
I'm going to have to do some research.
No.
And I think what direction it goes down a drain has to do with the shape of the drain, where there's a block or something else. I honestly do not think that it goes down counterclockwise and clockwise depending on your hemisphere, north or south.
So another thing we learned growing up, that's horseshit. Why did I pay attention in school? Everything we learned is becoming horseshit.
Is this like bullshit? Is that answer?
I'm still reading.
I know. It's like, I hate that answer, Yahoo Answers or whatever the fuck it is.
No, this is a different one. It's not Yahoo Answers, but it's not something that I'm going to like sit here and hold as gospel either.
The Australian toilet flushes straight down. It says. What does that mean? Come on.
Well,
no toilet just sucks shit straight down.
Unless you're on an airplane.
Yeah.
Why? They might have their plumbing is different, that's all. Well, what I was saying is I don't know much about Australia. No one does, by the way. No one does.
No?
They're their own little thing, and they don't want anybody to know anything about them.
Yeah.
Like, this is the first video I've seen from Australia in years. There's flash flooding that's just taken complete parking lots away. So then I'm thinking to myself, where's all this water coming from? I get they have a little river here and there, but do they have a big fucking lake somewhere or anything like that?
It's a lot of land. I would assume they got lakes.
A lot of wasteland, a lot of desert, right?
The outback, like fucking, like Mad Max.
But where is the water coming from? We have rivers, and you
Rain
don't
and
see
rivers.
You don't see flash floods like we're seeing this morning with this video.
I don't know.
Have you seen this video?
We get some pretty nasty floods.
Where?
California.
Not really.
Been raging pretty good.
No, not really.
Lately.
Not really.
Mudslides.
Yeah, a little mudsliding. Yeah.
They're just having like a bad one.
Yeah.
Over there in Australia.
Yeah.
Australia.
Yeah.
Good eye.
Here's a guy that wants to help us out with Australia.
Oh.
Wayne in Texas. What's up, Wayne?
Hey.
Hey.
Australian, what do you need to know?
Where's the fucking water coming from?
It's coming off the mountains.
Australia has mountains?
Oh, yeah. Gotta have
Australia is 700 square miles smaller than the continental United States.
Yeah, but where's the mountains? All I heard was they have some coastal... This is what I know about Australia. And I'm not going to go with the kangaroo bullshit. They have a couple coastal cities.
Wombat?
Maybe 3 or 4. And then the rest is just a big, huge desert in the middle of just nothingness. And now I'm hearing there's mountains?
You've been watching too much Mad Max.
Yeah, see, look at that.
Where's the mountain?
Look by Victoria. It's all green and nice.
Victoria, New South Wales.
Oh, it's beautiful.
You got Sydney.
See, look at all the rivers.
Yeah, but where's the mountain?
The mountains are
We're
right
Google
there.
Earthing, and I don't see a mountain like the Adirondacks.
There's mountains right there. They're huge.
They look like hills.
The man from Snowy River?
No.
That's the Blue Mountains.
The Blue Mountains. All right.
See, and then there's the big mountain range over there on the western Australia, on the south of Western Australia, and there's a big river that comes out right there.
I think it's the Murray River that's filling up.
Okay, Murr.
One of my favorite pets, man. Maybe it doesn't make any sense anymore.
Shit.
All right.
Murray River.
And
yeah, look at that. See, there's a lot of rivers and fucking lakes and shit.
Where are these flash floods, Wayne?
Well, it's raining and it's coming off the mountains.
No, I get it. You told me about mountains and rivers, but where is the flash floods? What part of Australia?
Victoria.
Victoria, okay. All right.
Yeah, that's pretty green and lush down there in
Victoria.
Victoria.
It is. Why isn't there more houses in that area where it's nice and green?
Well, unlike America, Australia doesn't let anybody in there.
Ah, smart.
Why?
Smart.
Then how are we going to wreck it?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Why-
exactly.
We all come over here.
But what could be so important in there that we're not allowed to walk around in that area?
It's actually a bunch of cows and
They
farming.
keep the immigrants out, is what he's saying.
I know.
See, they're good like that. They keep the immigrants out.
That's smart.
Stay out.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Man, that would be a long swim for a lot of immigrants.
Oh
huh?
my God! Right? you ain't paddling a Buick across a few 90 miles
God, Australia's lucky if you really think about it.
in the middle of nowhere.
If you get close to Australia after you swim for about 3 straight months,
3 months.
Yeah, it's,
then the fucking sharks get you just as you start seeing land.
Yeah, it's surrounded by those motherfuckers.
God, they're lucky over there.
Yeah.
it's 10,000 miles from. Well, it's 9,600 miles from LA.
And are you guys all just one color?
Well, we got some black fellas.
Yeah, they got those Aborigines.
Yeah, but you kind of keep them in their little area. But I'm talking.
We treat our Aboriginals like you guys treat your Indians.
Oh, wow. So out of sight, out of mind, eh?
Stick them on a reservation, give them a couple of cars and a case of whiskey, and we're good.
And they haven't figured out how to build casinos yet, huh?
Oh, yes, they have, mate. Yes.
Oh, they have.
Ah, wow.
I didn't know that.
Isn't that
See?
weird? It works out just like American Indians.
I did not know that.
About 10 years ago, there's a big rock in the middle of Australia called Ayers Rock. It creates about $300 million worth of tourist money a year.
Oof.
And the blacks decided that it was a sacred burial site, so they took half of it, and now they get $150 million a year.
Wow.
That's something, man.
That is crazy money from Australia.
All right, look, we're learning a lot.
Look at that.
I didn't know they had casinos with the Aborigines.
Did you see? Did you see our pal Jim Jeffries? By the way, speaking of Australia,
What happened?
I like Jimmy. Yes.
Jim's great. He shaved his mustache.
He had a mustache?
Well, he must have grown one.
Okay.
And he shaved it into a complete Hitler mustache, like big bushy one.
Right.
And he made his hair all Hitlery.
What is he
and
doing?
took a picture, just for the fuck of it.
See, he needs to start drinking again.
It's very
He's
funny.
bored. I
Yeah.
did not see that picture. I gotta check
it was
that out.
Twittered. Yeah.
What is he on Twitter? Jim Jeffries, Jeffries. If you want to follow Jim, he's a good one to follow on Twitter.
Oh, actually, I do. I follow.
Oh wait, now he's saying my new. Oh my God!
He's confusing because he had to change his name from Jeffries to Jeffries.
But if you go there, you still get it. What I just said, right?
I don't know what you just said.
I just spelled out.
It's
that.
this one.
Yeah. Jim Jeffries.
Jeffries.
Jeffs.
Jim Jeffries.
See, he was obsessed with keeping Jeffries when he realized he had to change the spelling of the last name.
Yeah.
I would have just came up with like Stone or something, make it easy
Yeah.
for everybody. But now, if you want to find Jim Jeffries, it's Jeffries. And there's his Hitler mustache. He's insane.
Hitler mustache.
What is he doing?
He really looks like Hitler. It's very cool.
What was his motive for that?
Just shaving and decided he was going to walk around like that for a couple hours.
Maybe he wanted to look like Michael Jordan.
Well, no, Michael Jordan has the thin Hitler mustache. Jim Jeffries went all out Hitler mustache.
He certainly did. And
Big bushy Hitler mustache.
He even did the swoop of the hair.
Yeah, and he swooped his hair.
It's pretty. It's a pretty good shot.
What the fuck is he thinking?
Fucking Jeffries rules. I think he's back in the States. Maybe he's going to be in our area.
He should pop in then.
That would be
because
nice.
He's a hoot. I'll say a hoot.
I'm the guy that calls in all the time. I'm in the entertainment business. I talked to Jimmy about Ozzy last time I called in.
Oh.
Are you the guy that does concerts?
Yes.
See, I remember you.
Yeah.
all right.
Friends with old Pugs and Kelly.
Oh, that's right. Very cool. All right, Wayne. Thank you so much, brother.
Right.
We learned a little something about Australia.
Yeah, I swear to God, I had no idea they had mountains.
Oh, yeah.
No
It's
clue.
crazy. Would you think it was just flat wasteland?
I told you, a couple coastal cities and a lot of fucking desert. That's really what I thought.
Big refinery in the middle.
Yeah.
2 days ago, I saw a rig that'll haul that tanker. Exactly.
Yeah, the movie didn't help Australia in the end.
No,
This is all
it
we
really
know.
didn't. This is all we know of Australia is from Mad Max movies.
And then that asshole who fucking walked around New York City.
Oh, yeah.
Crocodile Dundee.
Crocodile Dundee.
Crocodile Dundee.
And Mad Max. That's it.
What a fucking asshole.
That's all we know. Yeah.
And we're going to get
There
the
you
toilet
go.
issue out of the way, too. Rob, Garden City. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hey, guys. Yeah, Anthony, with that toilet flushing myth that you mentioned earlier,
yes.
I think it has more to do with the way water rotates in a water funnel than with flushing down a toilet. I think, like, it rotates clockwise up here and counterclockwise down there, you know, when it's just
But does it?
its own accord.
But
that's the point. But
I'm not buying it. No. I remember hearing that is a myth.
I'm reading from multiple
else on the subject.
multiple websites.
I'm talking out of my ass. But that's what
See?
all right, Rob, thank you.
We all heard that, but
Multiple sites are saying that that's just a myth. And then I saw some YouTube videos of people flushing the toilets in Australia.
yeah, see, you can find anything these days. Isn't that the best thing about the internet? Like years ago, you just have to take someone's word for it and
Right.
find a book or something.
Like your teacher's word.
yeah,
Exactly. What did that asshole know?
Well, probably nothing.
Because he learned it from some other asshole.
Yep. Now you could just learn from assholes on
But at
on
least
the internet.
But at least they're in the area where they could flush the toilet for you.
And then you could watch multiple fucking examples too to see if it's true or not.
Right.
You know, you watch 5 guys flush their bowls. You know, they're not all going to be full of shit.
When we were growing up, we learned there was one solar system, right? With what, 9 planets, 11 planets? How
That
many
was us.
planets?
Us with 9 planets.
That's all. And they said that's it. That's
And
all we
then,
got. So
and then
that's
some
wrong.
Blurry galaxies.
But they didn't acknowledge that. They're like, that's nothing.
Yeah, they're like, we don't know if there's other planets.
Yeah. What are we up to? About 1 million now?
Oh, we don't know.
At least 1 million.
We know there's galaxies with stars in them, but we don't know.
We're almost ready to admit there's probably an infinite number of planets out there.
Oh, yeah.
We're almost ready to admit
All those
that.
stars with planets swinging all around them.
Yeah, whatever.
Fuck.
I just can't believe it's taking this long for other people to be catching on to this. It's just,
I know.
It's just, to me, it's been common sense since I was a kid. Like I always had a problem with that growing up. Like like this is it? Are you kidding me? Like with everything out there and space being infinite, like you're going to tell me that there's no other planet out there?
A lot of people have these religious beliefs and think like, yeah, it's just us
crazy talk.
because that's what God said and God made us and that was it.
Right.
So there is nothing else out
Are
there.
you allowed to go around saying things like that?
I know, it's
Like
ridiculous.
that's incredibly crazy things to say to
Well, you
people.
got to listen to Michio Kaku now.
We got a
He
physics.
knows.
We got a physics teacher, Mary in New York.
Hello?
How do you know physics? You're a woman.
Oh, my God.
What did you do? Get the teacher coffee?
Oh, my God.
That's all you got, Mary?
No.
So which way does your tampon spin when you flush it down the toilet?
Well, that
Woman.
depends on which way the jets in the toilet are facing.
That's what Ann said
what I said.
earlier.
Just like in the sink, it just depends on where the faucet is. Now, you can get water to go down clockwise or counterclockwise, but you have to have a tank like 6 feet deep by 6 feet in diameter, and it has to be completely and utterly undisturbed.
All right, I get all that. But
So that it's affected by Earth. But anything that you're doing, flushing, sinks, anything, that's all just affected by the faucet, the jets, anything like that.
All right, so no matter where you go on this planet, the water is going to rotate the same way, right?
Well, it depends on which way the jets.
No, we're not talking about plumbing anymore and a stupid funnel.
Plumbing? A funnel? Yeah, a funnel's got too many other variables going on. You're not going to see a clockwise or counterclockwise effect on a funnel.
All right, well...
She thought she's talking about a funnel, not what she was talking about earlier. In a perfect situation,
Thank you.
Missy.
Yes.
In a perfect situation without any outside fucking barriers and
Jets and all that
chaos
horse shit.
and whatever else you would hear about, which way does water spin based on the hemisphere you're in?
Oh, it will go clockwise or counterclockwise depending on the hemisphere if you have no other interference.
I don't believe that,
No, it's true. It's been done.
but I don't believe it.
Where has it been done, Mary?
You don't have to. You have.
I'm not some 12-year-old where I have to just listen to what you have to say. I'm questioning you. Where has it been done?
I actually have a clip of it of a scientist filling a huge tank
Okay.
and keeping it undisturbed.
Okay.
And then you have to let the water drain very, very slow.
All right.
You know, you really got to set up a perfect situation.
And the rotation of the Earth is what?
No,
What?
it's got to do with the Coriolis effect, and yeah.
The rotation of the Earth, or is it something else?
No, it's a whole bunch of other effects.
All right.
That makes it go clockwise or counterclockwise based on the
all right. Hey,
hemisphere. I don't believe it.
Steve's going to really... Thank you, Mary. We got
Yes.
Steve on Long Island that's really going to help us out. Go ahead.
When I'm in a glory hole, the toilet is always spinning counterclockwise.
With sometimes, Anthony, sometimes.
Yes.
Here's my opinion on it. It's a very healthy opinion. Who gives a fuck?
Now that is science I can get behind. The who gives a fuck factor.
I remember seeing Mr. Wizard as a kid, and they took like a spackle bucket, drilled a hole in the bottom, and then corked it.
Yeah.
Filled it with water, spun the like a merry-go-round or whatever one way, pulled the cork.
Right.
Saw which way the water spun down the drain.
Yeah.
Refilled it, spun the merry-go-round the other way, and pulled the cork, and it went the other way. And I could remember. I always recall that as being the lesson.
But I'll tell you something. I don't think the Earth's rotation can have that kind of effect on something as small as a spackle bucket or a toilet or anything else. I think on a merry-go-round, yeah, you're going to get like an effect, perhaps.
Well,
I don't know.
I did believe that for a while.
Yeah?
Because I thought it until this very morning. I thought it goes down the other way.
I don't believe it.
Oh, my God.
I don't believe it.
All right, well. Matt in Rochester. What do you got, Matt?
Hey there, Matt.
Hey, long time, first time, long time, guys. What's up?
No one gives a shit.
No, on Whale Wars, the guy got arrested when he jumped aboard the whale ship, and when they were taking him back to Japan, he said he used to fill his sink up in his room every day and let it drain out. And when he was below the equator, it would go one way, and then when he was on the equator, it just went straight down, and then vice versa, just so he could figure out where he was on the planet when they were taking him back.
I don't believe it. Don't believe it.
You want to go with the plumber?
A plumber? What is the plumber going to know about this?
Oh, my God. We're in a fucking...
How much of his ass crack is exposed when he was watching the water go down the toilet?
Go ahead,
plumber.
Go ahead, Billy in Albany. Yeah.
Well, my ass crack is always exposed, but anyway, the water spins clockwise because the Earth spins counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere. The siphon jet in your toilet blows the poop straight out, doesn't turn it in any direction. Fill up your basin on your sink and pull the plug, see what the water does.
Yeah.
It spins clockwise in the northern hemisphere and counterclockwise in the southern hemisphere because the Earth rotates the opposite direction.
Why isn't there just an answer on the internet?
There should be an answer.
We're adults, our listeners are adults, and we can't figure it out.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to figure this out.
You're just making gang symbols or something.
I am making gang signs. I'm making a globe with my fist,
right.
And someone's standing on the Earth on the upper and lower hemispheres, and it's not helping me visualize this. I'm not visualizing it.
Well, we're going to have to, I don't know.
Yeah, check Snopes.
Go Snopes?
That's the do-all, end-all, be-all of internet.
You got a high school teacher
saying
Anthony is right. High school teacher from Connecticut. John, what's up?
Hello.
Hey, guys, how are you?
Pretty good, John.
Everybody, this is a major misconception. The changes from the forces of rotation of the Earth are so tiny as to be measurable. Anthony is completely right.
Thank you. I thought so. You can't affect the Earth's rotation. Cannot affect. Imagine what it would do to us if it's affecting water like that.
Oh, it would be.
Right.
Oh my God.
Spinning messes.
Oh fucking yeah, you'd be dizzy
all the time.
You have to let the water still for days to see any kind of measurement in a tiny, tiny hole.
Yeah.
We've been taught this for years. It's not true.
Right. That's what I think.
All right, sir.
Thank you, sir. Where's my diploma? I need a high school diploma. I never got one.
You don't need one.
It's a whole principle thing with me now. I'm smart.
You don't really
I was
need
passed over for a diploma. I'm smart and I was passed over.
Then go to gym.
I know.
That's all you needed was to go to gym.
Who wanted to go to gym?
The worst.
No, I would rather.
The worst excuse for not getting a high school diploma. You didn't get one because you didn't go to gym.
I didn't go to gym.
You went to all the other classes that meant something. Gym was a waste of time.
Hated gym.
What did Jim accomplish?
Nothing. It was stupid unless there was they were opening up that accordion and exposing us to the girls' side for some intersexual activity like square dancing when we were kids, or what was the other? Wasn't there something else that the girls and boys did together, like the presidential physical fitness test?
No, we did that separately.
We did that separate?
The only time was when you did the square dancing.
Square dancing.
Which, by the way, have you ever square danced again?
No, and I don't think they do that anymore.
Another thing they did in school that was a complete waste of time.
Yes. What about crab soccer?
Crab soccer was the fucking best.
Did they do crab soccer with the girls?
Yes, they did.
Oh, and you could look up their pant legs?
Yes, you could.
And see their
you can.
vaginas.
And everything their crustaceans.
Everything I learned about the female anatomy, I learned playing crab soccer.
Crabs from crab soccer?
Old crab soccer.
God, when that big wall opened up, it was like fucking. I swear to you, it was like a science fiction movie,
right?
With this big monolith opening, and you heard holy music playing,
right?
Oh yeah, and there were girls. There were girls on the other side, and they were dressed in their gym uniforms, little shorts and T-shirts.
And then the gym teacher said one day, "Hey, we could look up all their shorts.
Oh,
we should invent a game.
Crab soccer.
It's our old bit. Danny's onto something, but the fucking gym teachers were all the pervs, and they would come up with shit. Why did we need to climb ropes in gym class?
Yeah, the rope thing.
And why did the gym teacher need to be the guy that held the rope at the bottom?
So you could see your
figure it out finally.
Your young smooth scrot.
Right. Figure all that shit out.
Chicks playing volleyball for 45 minutes. It's just like...
Dude, at Harbor Fields High School, I'll say it again, the fucking gym teacher's office was right in the locker room.
Yeah, all their offices were in the locker room.
And that's when I finally realized what a lesbian was.
It's a female gym teacher.
She was a lesbian.
Yeah.
And her office, it was a glass office, was in the locker room.
Yeah.
Is that the greatest job ever?
It's just a treat
I
for
say
her.
yes.
It's a treat.
You think our jobs are great? I want to be a lesbian gym teacher at Harbor Fields High School.
Sitting in a glass office in the middle of a locker room.
Right. With 16, 17, and 18-year-olds
girls
getting naked in front of you.
Naked.
Holy shit.
It could be the best thing ever.
You tell me a better job in America.
And she just loves them up.
I would love to say we have the best job in America.
At a junior high school.
Yeah.
I am telling you, unless they changed it, that was the situation at Harbor Fields High School. And the only reason we knew was because of the hole in the wall in the coach's office where we got to see into the locker room.
Spiky dykey hairdo.
I'm sure they covered up that hole years ago because I've been out of school a while now.
Yeah.
But the fucking office was right in the middle of the locker room.
Great.
You got to be shitting me.
Yeah, that would be amazing for a lesbian.
Do you think she ever called in sick?
Never. Do you think? Imagine the fantasy she was able to have while her dyke fucking girlfriend licked her out. She's just dreaming about the homecoming queen's bush.
She never retired. They probably had to drag her out of there, and she
Force
was
her out,
kicking and screaming at 70 years old. Like, I still have 5 more years. I know I can do this.
Imagine how jealous they are, the ones these days, because of digital cameras and everything like that.
Right.
Back then, you couldn't.
Do you think her panties shattered every day when she took them off?
Drop them on the floor in the glass.
Can you imagine? You wake up as the lesbian gym teacher.
Yeah.
With a pep in your step. You can't wait to get to school.
Another day, another dollar.
Just set up in your glass office and wait for the fucking girls to come in to change for gym class.
Looking around.
Holy shit.
I'd just be on a rotating seat, just spinning like a radar. Like a radar dish.
So that's why they had 0 period gym. They just you couldn't wait. You just woke up, it was like, I gotta go to work now!
I'm in.
And look, we were too young to understand that there could be gay people among you, homosexuals, lesbians, all that.
Yeah.
I didn't know half that shit when I was growing up. But the principal must have knew.
Oh, yeah, they were all goofing on her, probably, on the lesbian gym teacher.
You think he and you know, he wasn't allowed in the women's locker room.
No,
but the lesbian teacher certainly was. Holy shit!
You ever do any extracurricular activities, and then you're in school and you're able to, after school hours, go into the girls' locker room, and just standing in there was boner inducing? You could, just standing there.
But you could even go a step lower than that. Just going into the girls' bathroom.
Right.
At a high school was like, holy
boner inducing.
Shit.
because you knew the girls that were hot and they were using it, and the mirrors saw them naked.
Right.
The mirrors saw them naked.
You're so
It
right.
was fantastically sexual.
It was such a turn on, and there wasn't a woman in sight. It was just you would sneak in the women's bathroom just to check it out real fast.
Filthy urinals in there.
You felt just dirty.
Oh, it was great. You just looked at the toilet seats and knew the quality of twat that was sitting down on that bowl.
Here we go. Here's the bit. We do it every once in a while, but Phil in Buffalo. Here we go.
Phil?
Go ahead, Phil.
Yes. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, Phil.
7th, 8th, and 9th grade in our junior high, we used to have to swim nude, the whole class.
Now, we heard about this.
What?
No bathing suits. All the guys used to line up, and you'd shower, and then you had to go walk into the pool. It was like a freaking prison camp.
Sounds like
Auschwitz.
And who came up with that rule and why?
We used to have to take diving naked.
Gym teacher, gay gayman.
Gay gayman.
Faggerman. It was.
You used to have to stand on the end of the diving board and bounce up and down.
Yes.
Nothing more fun than water polo naked, and the guys would grab your head.
And you would think that Phil's doing this to get on the radio. I'm telling you, we could get another 10 of these in a second.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this about?
I remember this.
What
people said this.
The law.
Well, now it is. I don't think they're doing it anymore.
No way.
They got away with murder when we were growing up.
Now, Anthony, did you have to do that when you were young?
Never. I wouldn't take my clothes off for shit. I used to get and the reason I failed gym a lot was because I would just wear my jeans and shit. And I would be in the gym wearing jeans because I didn't even want to change into my shorts. I was all scared.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, man. Hey, if we're talking about school, hopefully one of the guys can find it. I forgot what paper it was in. I think it was, I want to say the Sunday papers. There's a great lesbian teacher story.
Ooh.
Two teachers going at it in a room upstairs while there was one of those assemblies going on.
An assembly?
An assembly was going on downstairs, and a guy walked into a dark classroom to see these two teachers going at it. And
was it the janitor guy that walked in?
No, there's a new one.
Oh, it's a new story?
And then the one teacher said that she was helping the other teacher out because she was having some diabetic thing happen.
Yeah, you got to lick their pussy when they're
and that's what the guy's saying. Is like her legs were up in the air and the other teacher's head was between the legs.
She was testing her blood sugar. You got to test and see how
you found it already?
How sweet her pussy is.
Read this, Anthony, nice and slow.
Lesbian trist.
Could you get bigger font? Because I want to enjoy the reading.
Oh, look at the two of them, too.
Yeah, they're pretty hot.
Was just getting a sexy insulin shot is the headline.
Yeah.
We're looking at a girl. One is Asian, I believe.
A little bit
Asian-ish looking. And the other one is just a kind of a girl next door looking...
Sure.
Nice. They both look in shape.
Yeah,
trim.
They look... they're like lipstick lesbians.
Yeah.
Not the dykey kind.
Not that crazy one. Let me see.
James Madison High School.
Yes. James Madison High School teacher Alini Brito was fired last week for allegedly having sex with a coworker, Cindy Morrow. In an empty classroom in November 2009, a janitor caught them with their pants down and tops off. But Brito said it wasn't sex. It was a medical emergency. Brito claims she was a diabetic and invited Morrow upstairs to, quote, check her blood sugar and give her, I was kidding when I said that, and give her an insulin shot. We've totally seen this movie before. Once upstairs, Brito claims she felt weak and laid down on the floor. She also took off her sweater to use as a pillow. And Morrow, but a chair under Brito's legs to aid her circulation.
I guess that's put. I guess they fucked up. Morrow put a chair under Brito's legs
to aid her circulation. Morrow claims she was fully clothed at the time and the room was dark, so the janitor could have just let his imagination run wild. However, school safety officer Ruth Reyes, who saw the scene, now I'm sure Ruth Reyes isn't a lipstick lesbian.
Ruth Reyes is the buzzkill in the story.
She saw the scene and she claims Brito was naked on the floor. And I saw the blonde between her legs, and when I opened the door, she looked up and told me, shut the door. Despite the testimony, state arbitrator Mary Krangle,
she's
another one,
buzzkill,
ruled that, quote, there is no possible medical non-sexual assistance that a partially naked person could possibly be rendering to another naked person in the position described.
Wait, can you read that again, please?
Despite the testimony, state arbitrator Mary Krangle ruled that, quote, there is no possible medical non-sexual assistance that a partially naked person could possibly be rendering to another naked person in the position described.
What was there? What was the final line in that story? Nothing. Okay.
That she probably just had a case of hysteria. Maybe it was just medical and sexual. Whatever.
Is that a hot story?
That's fucking hot until fucking old Krangle got in there. And
good
that
old
other
Krangle.
Reyes.
Thanks, Krangle.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're pretty good looking. Here, I got it.
Hot story.
I gotta go to the. Oh, please! Did he hang up? Okay, good. Let's go to Stu in Detroit. Stu, because people are shocked. They're like, "There's no way a school would allow kids to swim and dive naked."
Naked.
But there was a time.
Yeah.
That this shit was happening. I think they cleaned up the schools a little bit, but you go back a little bit, and yeah, you'll get a lot of these stories.
Please,
Stu, go ahead.
When I went to Detroit High School back in the late '60s, we had pool once a week, and it was always mandatory. And you always you couldn't wear anything in the pool. It was always naked. You had 50 or 60 guys in the pool with this old clown gym teacher sitting on a diving board. Watching all this stuff, then he wanted us to practice life-saving techniques. So, all these young guys putting their hands on their arms and backs, spreading
it's
everything
just a fucking.
What?
You're 15 years old. You don't know what the hell's going on.
Why did you have to practice life-saving techniques naked in a pool?
There's no
while
reason.
the teacher's on a diving board getting the perfect angle at your young,
reason.
supple butts.
Absolutely. I mean, all the
Swimming
smart
back
guys
and forth.
Yeah, all the smart guys came in with a doctor's excuse why they couldn't go in the pool, but the rest of us didn't know. We were lined up every Wednesday.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
They're not doing it now, but for 4 years we had to do that.
I got to talk about what else is hot. Not only naked boys in the pool. Have you seen these commercials for online school where the girls are like, you could study in your pajamas?
Yeah.
And it's these hot-looking little college chicks dressed in like boy shorts and little fucking shirts and talking about how they're getting their education in their pajamas online. It is jack-off material, my friend. Jack-off material.
You saw that commercial, and I saw the one where they got the guys talking about how, not only can you get HIV, you can get anal cancer. Have you seen those yet?
I posted a picture of the anal cancer one last night.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
And then I posted the other one with the old broad talking about her reverse mortgage. And she's the old broad with the red sweater and the giant tits.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Have you seen her?
No.
Holy shit.
I gotta see that one, too.
Yeah. Giant ass tits.
They're getting out of control with the commercials. This guy wants to share a gay high school wrestling moment with everybody.
Gay high school.
And of course,
any wrestling.
And of course, Buffalo again. I know you guys have long winters, but what the fuck? Put your clothes on. Go ahead, Scott.
What's up, boys?
Hey.
Hey, prepare your gay wrestling jokes, by the way. Big high school wrestling tournament. Everybody's freaking naked, about 100 guys in a small gym getting ready to weigh in. Of course, everybody's within a quarter pound of making weight, and it's dead silent because nobody's eaten in about 3 days, and all of a sudden you hear a guy scream, he's got a boner, and everybody freaking just gravitates to the side of the freaking gym, and guys scrambling for their clothes because you're afraid this guy's just going to attack you.
He's got a boner.
Yeah.
They yelled it like he's got a grenade.
He's
got a boner.
Well, it's just
It's just as dangerous.
If everyone's naked, it's just as dangerous.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, and for 2 days straight.
Does someone have to jump on the boner to save everybody else?
Somebody jumped on. Kowalski jumped on the boner. We lost Kowalski.
Krangle wouldn't have jumped on the boner.
Jump on that boner.
I have a feeling that Krangle doesn't like boners.
Krangle.
That buzzkill. Well, there you go, Scott. That's a wonderful story.
That and that move that we were talking about, that move that was in the news, that wrestling move where you shove your finger up the guy's ass, right in his asshole as you're wrestling with him.
Yeah, we learned that, right?
Yeah,
on a past show.
I didn't get that one.
All right, let's go to Atlanta. This is happening all over the place. I love this bit. I know we do this from time to time, but it's worth it every time. Michael, Atlanta, what do you got?
Yeah, and I got you beat on the square dance, and we run out of girls, so they failed us because we wouldn't square dance with guys.
Oh, you can't square dance with the guys.
Wait, so if there wasn't enough women, they forced you to do square dancing with a guy?
Well, yeah, my class only had like 3 or 4 girls, and it was like 19, 20 guys, so you'd have to square dance with guys. And me and my buddy, we went up to the seat.
I hate to tell you this, but square dancing isn't that important.
How do you promenade with a guy?
Right.
I don't want a do-si-do with a homie mo. Ew. That was such a bad one.
That's like, well, all right. Just for the hell of it. Yeah, the sex with a student. We've done that. This is more about.
We've done that.
This is more about the fucking uncomfortable. Why do I have to be naked swimming in front of you stories? Somebody in Jersey. What's your name, sir?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hi.
It's Scott from Jersey.
All right, what do you got, brother?
I got another moment in high school about wrestling. Our one friend, I won't say his name, but he was one of these uncomfortable kids who liked to make things very fucking weird for people. So when he was wrestling, we were all in the crowd one day. He looks up at us while the kid he's wrestling is on his stomach and takes his 2 fingers and holds them up and looks at us and puts them right up the kid's ass.
Like he presented his fingers first?
Well, he was...
I swear to fucking God,
like, ta-da.
man. And we all just start cracking up. This kid also used to purposely try to get boners before he went into the shower during wrestling, just to make people uncomfortable.
No, that goes that segs into one of our greatest bits ever. Gay or funny?
Gay or funny?
Forcibly getting boners to go back in the locker room and shower after wrestling matches. Is that gay or funny?
I think that's a rare case of both. The guy was gay.
Okay.
But he decided, look, I could make this funny.
I might as well, yeah.
Yeah, I'll make this funny.
Wow, okay.
So,
yeah. The kid's probably actually listening right now, so I hope he doesn't recognize it.
One big
All right,
thumbs
see you
up for that guy. All right.
I'm pretty sure he's going to recognize it if he's listening. How many other kids in your high school presented their fingers, fucking rammed him up another kid's ass and got boners in the locker room? I'm pretty sure the cat's out of the bag now.
Where was Krangle when this was happening?
Krangle should have been on the case.
I so hate the name Krangle now.
Krangle.
Fucking ruining that lesbian story.
Oh, man. The square dancing thing was so fucking sexual. So sexual. They didn't understand the fucking fury that put in your fucking pants.
How many guys ran to the locker room stalls or whatever, bathroom stalls, and just whacked it?
When we were doing the square dancing, it was kind of at that age, just before you started jerking off and shit. Like it was just, you knew something was really sexy about what you were doing with these girls. You wouldn't get the opportunity to touch another girl.
Of course not.
And then they throw you together, and you're like, you have your hand around, there's one like square dancing move where you'd have your hand around her waist, and she'd have her hand around your waist, and you're holding hands in front, and you'd have to do some dumb fucking, move like that. And then your hand is like on her shoulder and on her waist, and you're touching her, and this is the first time you're actually touching another girl besides your mom or your sister or some shit.
And going with something you've said many times on the show, for that age, that was hardcore sex.
That was sex.
That was just as good as having crazy sex right now.
I remember, like, my heart started beating so hard, my palms were sweating, I was doing the erratic fucking breathing thing. I swear to God, I was so fucking horned up
and that was
from just touching a girl.
And that was grammar school, so it was like 11 or 12 years old. Yeah. I remember it.
Yep.
Washington Drive School. I'm going local today.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
You'd get on the line across from the girls and trade off. You'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4. You'd count like 1, 2, 3, 4. Who am I partnered up with? And then you count another guy. One of the guys. You're like, dude, could you switch off with me? I want to get her.
But they were doing the same shit to us too.
Yeah. No wonder the girl always moved whenever I moved into position. It was like fucking some kind of weird football lineup.
And I bloomed late,
She's calling audibles.
She's calling,
of course.
My fucking, the girl across from me's calling audibles. What the fuck? Stay lined up, you bitch.
Yeah.
I want to touch you.
I bloomed so late. I watched the girls fucking moving around so they didn't get me.
They didn't want you?
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah.
I fucking hit puberty a little too late.
I got in
for
good
all that
with,
shit.
I got to go with my sense of humor, but it didn't pull off getting the girls at square dancing.
No.
I wound up getting this girl that was the head of the itty bitty titty committee.
Really?
Yeah, she was a real skinny thing, and
I always got the
Pam. Her name was Pam.
I always got the smart girl with morals.
Morals?
Yeah.
Like all the girls kind of had morals back then. We got fucked over. Now girls will fucking suck your dick right there in school. Trust me.
Trust me, Jesus Christ. All right, well.
Blowjobs. You couldn't bring up blowjob.
Hell no.
Holy shit. I remember the first time I tried to broach the subject of a girl perhaps giving me a blowjob, and it was after sex. It was after we had intercourse.
And she thought you were crazy, right? Because that was going...
She kind of was like, well, I want to, but I don't know how to do it. And then her friend, her best friend, this other girl that I knew and shit, wound up telling me, she goes, yeah, she came to me and asked, like, should I practice on a banana? Like, so she kind of wanted to get it right. I got to give her, credit for that.
Mm-hmm.
But it had to be 2 months after we had sex that she decided, she would give it a try. Give it the old college try, the old high school try of giving me a little oral.
Was it a nightmare?
No. Any time your penis was in a girl's mouth at that age was good. Any!
I remember one time in Geneseo.
How old were you? That's college.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a time that it was a complete nightmare.
Yeah, but I'm
talking about where this girl had no fucking clue and the teeth were involved to the point it was ridiculously uncomfortable.
Right,
But
I know. Yeah.
Following your lead there, you're like, well, fuck, it's still in her mouth.
Yeah.
So you keep going with it.
Yeah.
It was a fucking nightmare.
See, but I'm talking high school. I'm talking like 15, 16 years old.
We were on different levels. I didn't even get close to any action in high school.
See, because by that age...
I got nothing in high school.
By that age, you can say, like, all right, it's a blowjob. It's good because it's a blowjob, but she's doing it pretty poorly and it's kind of hurting and stuff. At 16, you don't give a shit if she's using a fucking McCulloch chainsaw. It feels good in her mouth. Fuck it.
Right. I think I've said this before. I didn't lose my virginity until I was in college. I was that guy. I'm telling you, I fucking matured way too late.
Pretty early.
For all this shit. And I know you were all in very early.
Oh, I remember getting the one from this girl. I was at this, it was at a fucking park in back of a school. And she was hammered on some Bacardi and decided she's just going to like, she was drunk like that chick in Superbad in the bedroom.
Oh, really?
I am going to give you the best blowjob.
Look what I got for you. Right. Look what I got. She was that fucked up. And she like kneels in front of me and starts, she also had braces. And it fucking was, I was wincing. I was actually going like wincing, but didn't tell her to stop.
Right.
It was great.
Yeah, that's the quandary, though.
It's like a carrot peeler.
Oh,
it's like a fucking, like a cheese grater.
Yeah, here we go. Chisel. Let's go to Chisel in PA.
Morning, boys.
Hi, Chisel.
We used to have a gym teacher that used to, after gym class, come into the shower room and make sure we took a shower before we got dressed.
Oh, yeah. I know those gym teachers, too. Had a few of them.
What?
I'd always scoot out.
Now that you're older, Chisel, you got to think the guy was gay, right?
Oh, well, absolutely.
Because what straight man would give a fuck if you showered after gym class?
Yeah.
And we had this one kid, I think it was in like 8th or 9th grade. He was hung like a horse. And we found out later that it was only in our gym class that he came in to watch us take a shower.
Oh, you wanted to see the big cock kid.
It was I had a
size king.
Yeah, I want to see the guy with the big dick.
Most people know I did a lot of sports, and I was a big time runner in college, and one of the fucking runners was a big cock kid.
Big cock kid?
And we were all like, really? Could you just fucking go over there and shower?
We had one kid in the class too. He was
big cock kid,
big cock kid, and like full massive pubes and shit. And he's in there and he's showering like a man, like one arm's up. He's under his armpit, his hairy armpit with the bar of soap, and he's just looking around. He's running his fingers through his hair like, yeah, I'm showering, I'm a man. And all of us are like walking there shaking.
Yeah, you're just happy that you're starting to sprout some pubes.
It's just the worst.
Just a couple.
I knew a guy
have that going
in
on.
high school, and he was big cock guy. I didn't go to high school with him, but I had heard about because a friend of mine had gone to school with him.
Yeah,
and we're talking one day, and he was telling me, now this is high school, and he was complaining to me that it's a curse to have a big dick because all the chicks complain that it hurt. And I was just like, I'll take the dick. I'll fucking take the dick, dude.
That old gag. Shut the fuck up.
Cut that up and fucking put that in something.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll find a size queen that'll take it.
Exactly.
Wow. Big cock guy in the shower at school.
Jim Norton has arrived. You missed a fine first hour, sir.
We were just talking about school and making my sandwich. And showering and gym class and lesbian gym teachers.
Did you hear what I did?
I know, poor Jimmy. It's on the cover of all the papers.
Looks good.
Crazy guy, crazy gunman.
Enough with him.
You know who I was saying this before? You know who is one of the most saddest victims of this whole thing? Is a golden voice guy. Boy, did he get thrown off of everything when this shooting happened in Arizona.
But I think in this case it's good because we learned that golden voice guy has 9 kids that he abandoned.
So
they were about to go with that fucking angle.
They're ready to roll with that one?
And said, fuck that. We got this situation in Arizona.
Yeah, so the golden voice guy's gone.
You hear golden voice guy's Kraft commercial?
Yeah.
It's fucking good, dude.
Nah, you know what? We were talking about this the other day. It doesn't fit. It's
too over the top.
Yeah.
Kraft's macaroni.
Is it too much?
Kraft's macaroni and cheese.
The voice is just ridiculous. It really is. I haven't heard a voice like that in radio in a long time. George Taylor Morris was up there and a couple other guys.
Yeah.
There was who was the black guy that was a legend, NEW, and he did sports. Somebody will get the name.
Lou Gossett Jr.?
Lou Gossett Jr. Roscoe, yes. Roscoe had a hell of a voice.
Kevin from Connecticut.
Kevin knows his radio and voice
out of his
shit.
Fucking ass.
Here's the Kraft commercial.
Yeah, this is just
Which,
the
by
end.
the way, is brilliant on Kraft's part because what I'm seeing on TV is everyone is playing the Kraft commercial for free.
Oh, so
they're not buying ads on
right.
TV, but every TV show is playing this, going, look, his first spot, and this is what it is. Brilliant on their part.
Home-style macaroni and cheese. Cheesy noodles topped with golden brown breadcrumbs. You know you love it.
God, that's a fucking
Kraft
voice.
macaroni and cheese. That's what it looks like on the inside of my underwear.
Right. It's not over the top because he's just doing the tag at the end.
Yeah.
He's not doing the whole spot. If the whole spot was like that, it would be awful.
It's just strange because no one really sounds like that's no one on TV sounds like that. Not even like movie trailers really do that anymore.
When we were growing up, there were a lot of guys like that. That's why they're saying golden because
the golden age.
A lot of people had the golden voice. That's what radio used to be about. It didn't matter what you said. It was your voice that got you hired. And they did away with that horseshit years ago. Thank God. So it's kind of cool to hear a guy like that again because we haven't heard it in a while.
I'm liking your haircuts, digging that polyester look.
Right. The 70s, they were called 70s boss jocks.
The boss jock.
And that was all about having a really good voice.
Yeah.
And that's all they cared about. So why don't we do our first break?
Eat time. Yum, yum.
What the fuck? You said golden voice, Ted Williams. We'll figure it out. Jim Norton's back from L.A.
Dino's back.
Yes, I am.
There was something, though. We'll figure it out during the break. Stay there.